Hello everyone, this is Guna Karthikeya and I'm studying BTech Biotechnology from KL University. As a part of my social internship, I have chosen a problem statement water scarcity for irrigation. It comes under the domain agriculture. So, why I have chosen this problem statement? Because of at present conditions, India is the hottest country in the whole world. So I want to deeply research on the irrigation fields about the farmer for the farmers, so that what is going in the on field. So what is going at there? So what are the problems faced by them? So how the water is balanced, or how the water they are getting from irrigation canals, how much they are getting, or whether they are getting or not, or are they facing any problems related to water and with related to government schemes and all. So hereby I project my 1 week research here. So I want to make you familiarize with my problem statement first. It is a major challenge in the rural farming areas because there will be no proper water facilities, or there will be no idea of what is happening. So on my research I have known that many, like nearly everyone whomever I have gone and I have asked them, everyone said that we are depending on borewell for irrigation, we are depending only on the borewell for irrigation and very little on the rainwater. But they both are interdependent on each other. If there is more rains, the bore water will be more, or else the groundwater depletion will be taken place. So here you can see that the water shortages could lead to crop losses or reduced productivity, financial difficulties. Financial difficulties is very much concerning for the farmer, for a middle farmer, because so he can't balance his livelihood, his family, or he can't balance his farmland. So both in that both aspects, so the main person affecting is that the farmer. So I have met many of the farmers, nearly 9 to 10 farmers. So everyone have given the same, nearly the same ideas or nearly the same problems they are faced by them, because due to seasonal water shortages, like during summer, the at present super El Nino is going on in India. So which is coming after 150 years nearly. So there will be no proper rain. The bore water, the groundwater depletion is very much high, so that they're facing some crop failures, they're facing some crop failure, cost effective issues and everyone. So here you can see the left person, his name is Mr. Tripurneni Anjaneyulu. So I have met him. So he have given me a shocking fact that at nowadays, due to less water facilities, the people are shifting from farming to other occupations. So it is very alarming conditions that is happening at the current situation. That is very alarming condition, so that no one are interested to go get into this because of water facilities. So water facilities will be less, then it leads to economic losses, so which finally results in something else but very worse conditions. So people are mostly, the farmers are mostly depending on rainfall and more on bore wells, which is like groundwater. So at present, environmental conditions reflects there will be less rains this year as well. So the bore water will be less. So this is a very alarming condition and very fatal condition for them with no water. So, as a part of this social internship journey, I have met a water officials of the village who will be introspecting how much water we are getting from irrigation canals or from the rivers there, or some small canals. So I came to know that near the village which I have gone, which is Annavaram, near that village, people are ready to shift their farming techniques. So people are taking out all the farm, they're making a bare land, and they're giving on palm oil. So that requires less water and which earns more income and profits. So people are shifting their agriculture techniques due to this water scarcity. So with the meeting of these water officials, I came to know that the canal water is very less, and also long term water management is also not planned properly, or they're not getting properly, need of improvement. So those two need to be improved very much, like for the longer period of water treatment or water availability, so that they'll get more and more yield or something that will be used to the farmlands. So next, I have met the Panchayat officials there to introspect of what is the issue happening around the farmlands, or what are how much water we are getting, or whether we are getting or not, or whether the government is providing funds. Interestingly, I came to know that the government is ready to fund, and the government is funding the municipalities or panchayats for the irrigation facilities. But there are two concerns here. One, the farmers are less aware about it, and two, the big farmers, the big landlords who are having more than like 10 acres or like that, they're more accustomed, like they're more affected by it, so that they're stopping it, and some farmers are less aware of it. So the fund is ready, but the facilities are very less. So the panchayat officials, like I have discussed some issues or some ideas with them, so they're ready to put up on, but there is less support from farmers as their lack of awareness. So on my view, from all these three meetings with farmers, working water officials and panchayat officials, I came to know that awareness is very much important for the farmer. So if the farmer is aware of what is happening or how much water I am getting, they know how to do farming, like they know how much water they need for their farmland or something. But they don't know what is going on a backstage with the panchayat, or the panchayat with the government, with the water canals. So many of the farmers have told that near the village there is a water canal build that is happening, which is called Chintalapudi. The name of that canal is Chintalapudi Ettipotal Padakam, so that it nearly gives 250 villages. It nearly satisfies the need of water for 250 villages, which is currently in built and which is near in completion. So that if that project completed, so that they'll get more water yield, they'll get more irrigation facilities, so that they can keep more and more farm, they can keep more and more crop, so that the yield will be more, the production will be more, and the farmer will be satisfied with the price he's getting. Also, one alarming issue, like one concerning issue, is that farmer is not getting its enough price for the crop. So farmer is facing many problems. One will be like enough price, other will be like, one will be the price, one will be the facilities, one will be their lack of awareness. Due to lack of awareness, they are putting something or anything that do not fetch them money. Instead of fetching a money, it will push them into void of problems. So next of this, the survey I have made related to the irrigation facilities, I put my analysis here. The perception gap, administration versus reality. So this is what I am talking about. So you can see that the panchayat, the government officials are very much aware of what the administration is very much good, but the farmers awareness reality is very much less. While 100% of officials believe that water supply is sufficient, only 25% of the farmers are actually free from water problems. So you can see that 75% gap. This is due to lack of awareness, or they don't know how to conserve the water. The conservation methods are less, like that. The next one is the farmer vulnerabilities. So you can see the graph here, the right side, you can clearly see the graph. So many of the farmers have voted reduced water availability due to the off season, due to summer season, and due to less rainfall in the winter seasons. So no proper irrigation facilities. So you can see that 100%, 100%. Most of the farmers are depending on rainfall. Most of the farmers, everyone depending on rainfall, depending on bore water. So, face water shortage. The farmers facing water shortage, we have 75% here. You know what the 25% are? They are the big farmers. They are the biggest landlords, so that they have money. They'll go on what they want. They'll keep on some two, three borewells, or they're keeping a they're taking some another tankers like that, so that they are more rich, they can do whatever they want for their farmland. So those 25% people are there. Crop failure is 50 percentage. Many of the farmers having borewell in their land, so that they can get some water less. So they're brilliant. What I want to say, that some farmers are brilliantly utilizing the techniques, because some farmers lack of awareness, they are not doing. Some farmers brilliantly, they are keeping less water needed crops, so that the crop failure is very less for them. So the more lack of awareness farmers, they don't know how to conserve the water with proper irrigation facilities, or proper conservation with like drip irrigation or something like that, which want very less water. So the crop failures are 50 percentage, borewell failures are 38 percentage, because I'll give one example. The farmland which is above some hilly area, so they need borewell, but they need to dig along deeper. Due to less rainfall, there will be no rains, and dependence on borewell will be very much more. So that you can see that 38% of borewell failure. So the hyper vulnerability translates into 75% facing active shortages, and half of them lose the crop entirely. Half of them are losing the crop due to less water. So institutional optimism. So you can see that what are the officials responded to my survey, what are the officials said to the questions what I have asked. So yearly 100% success rate. See, you can see that 100 what why I have taken the actual responses from them, what I have said I have actually put on here. Why? Because we need to know what is happening in the government side and what is the ground reality. The ground reality hits very hard than the officials telling it. So you can see that irrigation systems are available 100%, water bodies maintained 100%, farmers supported 100%, awareness programs, alternatives plan, resource monitored 100%. Is the schemes effective? Is the funds available? Improvements plan. You can see that 67. The scheme's effectiveness. Due to lack of awareness, here comes the awareness word very much more times, because farmers are lacking the awareness. They don't know what's happening. They don't know what is happening in the other than the farmland. Outside the farmland, what is happening? They know how to do farming. That's it. They know how to get the water. They don't know how to grow the crop properly, but they don't know what is happening behind. So the schemes, some are effective for the farmers, some are not effective for the farmers. Funds availability, like very small, if the small village, the panchayat is getting very less fund. In the big villages, the panchayat is getting the more fund to satisfy the farmer or to satisfy the big lots there. The improvements plan in same here. The big villages are getting much improved, but the small villages are not. So due to this, the lack of awareness, I have conducted an intervention activity, which is awareness session for the farmers. Here also, I have faced many issues. Like I came to know many things, that what is happening behind the irrigation facility. The water is very much less, but the people need more production. The, the water less, but the more production needed. So it is not happening. So what I have done, I've taken that 23% or 33% yearly of that awareness less people. With the awareness they are mixed, but I have taken that 33% separately. I have interrogated them what is happening, so what they want. So they mainly told that they need the canal project which is happening, so that their farm will get enormous amount of water if they need. So I have explained them, I have shown them the videos of drip irrigation. I have discussed the water management systems, like what are the big farmers are doing at their lands, so that they can also do in their small lands, so that they can conserve the water, they can increase the production yield, so they can get more money on the farmland, so that they will be prosperous, so they can get what they want. So here I have interrogated with the people. They don't know what the government schemes are providing. What the government is providing the schemes for the farmers related to these irrigation facilities, or related to the crop yield or something. So I have interrogated them. I have tell them what the government is providing. Nearly some uh, 16 farmers to 20 farmers. 16 farmers nearly I have met them. So the field observation and analysis. So I have gone into the fields and I have checked what is happening. So you can see here, I have clearly put on the statements here. The many farmers, nearly 100% of the farmers are depending on borewell, as well as the borewell water is not sufficient. They need rainwater. So they're depending on rain. Seasonal water shortages affects the crop growth and agriculture productivity. Seasonal water shortages. For example, now this is summer. This this is the worst summer from nearly 150 years. Past 150 years, this is the worst summer. The bore water is very much low. The quantity is very much low. The depletion rate of bore water is very much high. So the limited awareness, they don't know what's happening outside the farmland. They know just how to farm, they know just how to grow the crops. Proper irrigation planning and sustainable farming practices are necessary. Proper irrigation farming. So that's what I have told. Many big farmers are following some of the other issues, so some are the other methods so that they can conserve some water. But the small farmers don't know what is that and how to do that. So proper irrigation planning is required, and the sustainable farming practices, the conservation methods like drip irrigation or conservative irrigations like that, they need to more and more depend on that, because the farming condition is worse nowadays in the biggest farming lands in the country like India. So what is the definition, the final problem definition? Water scarcity is a major agriculture issue caused by the irregular rainfall and excessive dependence on borewell, as well as due to the summer, due to the super El Nino effect that is happening now, the groundwater is depleting, which is a very serious issue that is happening now. The problem affects the crop productivity, agriculture sustainability, mainly on economic equation of the farmer. A big farmer can sustain the economic crisis, but a small farmer cannot. It finally results in, to be very frank, it finally results in the death. So he'll be buried under the debts taking from the big farmers or some finance companies. So he'll be buried under the debts. So it is very much serious issue that is happening. So what can be over how can we overcome this? Effective groundwater conservation awareness, effective irrigation systems, sustainable water management, and long-term agricultural developmental plan. Long-term development plan. The panchayats need to take care. The panchayats, the government officials need to take care of how much water, how much irrigation is happening, how much cusecs of water of required for all the farmlands in a particular village, so that they need to provide them. They need to support the farmers with the government, and the government should support the farmers with the proper schemes, but they are doing it, but the farmers are lacking the awareness. So that the panchayat officials, they need to increase the awareness programs. They need to conduct daily the weekly programs to overcome this. I have talked with them regarding this very much concerning issue. There is a field of people in the panchayat, so their purpose is to create awareness with the farmers. And you know what, the people are going to the farmlands, but they are not understanding what they are telling. There is no proper description, there is no proper deployment, or there is no proper showcasing of the schemes. What is happening, they don't know how much pay, they don't know how much they are paying. They're getting paid from the government or directly, rather than they paid it from the big farmer. So that the small farmer will produce the crop, they'll sell it to the big farmers directly, not to the government. But the real fact is the big farmer pay less price than what the government officials are giving. So there is a mediator of big farmer or some big lord, to say big lord, between the small farmer and government official, which creates a quite mess, which separates the government from the small farmers in their, like, in helping them. So what is the conclusion, the further scope, what can be done? Severe agriculture water scarcity is driven over reliance on bore well, over reliance on bore water. Awareness gap. Despite the limited using of drip irrigation, some farmers are using drip irrigation, some are not, due to lack of awareness. The path forward. Future. In future, they need to know what's happening. What will be the future aspects? So how can I conserve the water? How can I get it? Institutional role. Long-term protection of farmer livelihoods require continuous government support, robust infrastructure planning, and strict resource monitoring. But that's what I have said. The government should directly contact the small farmers, the local small farmers. So the management should be very tight. The management should be elaborated so that the farmer will get benefited from what the irrigation farmer will get benefited from the government, as well as some the irrigation facilities. So hereby I also say that government should more and more focus on irrigation projects so that it satisfies many villages farming lands needs, so that the production will be more, the farmer will be happy, the consumer, which is us, will be very much happy in gaining what we want. So hereby I conclude my presentation with that the irrigation facilities are very much less, and everything needs to be improved for the farming country like India, so that we'll be prosperous with the amount of food or like amount of production, and the farmers will be prosperous with the amount they are getting, the price they are getting for the farmlands. Thank you so much.